So anyway, you had just been given your mission from the goddess. You have to go and investigate Myodin to see what the problem was.
Is the statue still a key?
Yes. It seems to be keeping in that shape for now.
Why isn't I thought the statue was incredibly necessary for something.
It is.
It's valuable in its other form. I don't know the other stuff in character.
Outside of character, it's literally the only passageway into the navel, God's navel. So it's the key to the center of the world, and now it's a physical key. But that may change.
I'll be holding on to that key for now. Either way, we should start heading out as quick as we can. Gotta go see Xerxes real quick. See if he's alright after what just transpired.
He's been below deck the whole time. Oh well, he's been above deck and he was paying attention, but clearly he's looking a little baffled.
Not a clue of what was said.
Yeah.
Apparently we've been tasked with, I guess you could say, saving Myodin from whatever evils lurk below it in some archaic vault.
Well, it seems you have quite a task on your head, considering the most I heard was a bunch of mumbo-jumbo.
Nonetheless, I still see returning you to your people a more significant task before we head into Myodin blindly.
Myodin has been quiet for a while now. It's disconcerting, considering it used to be a trade hub. Despite its small size.
Well, we can continue to discuss this at the helm.
Alright, so as we move back to the world map, I'll just set this as a map point. There you are.
Kind of look at Queek like, are you alright?
I'll nod and look at you quizzically.
I know.
Captain's a witch.
Quite a mind-altering experience there, especially even for myself.
Queek barely felt anything.
I guess I could say that's a good thing, Queek. Whatever we're supposed to deal with later would serve you very well with that matter.
Queek just happy get to kill whatever's in Myodin.
Indeed. And I'm sure there's some impressive items I'm sure we can use ourselves.
I really thought I'd be a god's errand boy.
Never thought I'd reach captain and then goddess errand runner. Going from bottom to top so quickly, it's quite a nice change, but still a little nerve-wracking.
So, do you wish to set sail for Zorano?
Yes.
Alright, with the upgrades to your rudder that the goddess gave you, you now move at 5 squares before it becomes nighttime.
Put that shit in top gear.
Nice.
Alright.
Do we get like a gear shift, so we like initial this shit?
Multi-wave drifting.
Yes. We get a coral stick shift.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Captain, I didn't know you could drive stick.
Listen, you always have to know how to handle a stick in my line of work.
Do you wish to rest for the night, or do you wish to keep heading on?
After that endeavor, I think it would be nice to kind of stop and have a rest.
Alrighty.
The goddess teleports behind you. I didn't say you got to take a nap.
Oh. But,
You move when they tell you to.
oh God, my lady.
My god, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, before settling down, I would definitely have a time up above deck, just like looking out over the ocean and everything, and enjoying some very fine alcohol, a little bit of orc water as well.
You hear Queek snoring from the rat's nest.
Is it occasionally a squeak through your nose?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I just kind of look up at the rat's nest and chuckle as I hear Queek snoring.
Alright.
Is Merm doing his experiments tonight?
Yeah.
I'm filling up some cannonballs with flour.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What was the cement for, I wonder?
Well, the cement's for something completely different.
Ah, alright.
Ball bearing, cement, all that good shit. It's a master of creativity. I'll just watch Merm for a little bit, like, what the fuck is he doing?
I would show you, but the boat is made out of wood.
Imagine shooting ball bearings out of a cannon. That would be very.
Hey, I bought grape shot.
Yeah, grape shot is essentially that.
Just sounds disgustingly effective.
That sounds painful as shit. I love it.
Sounds like a really good anti-personnel weapon.
Hmm.
So what are you doing with this weird hollow cannonball?
Well, I had the idea that if we ever fight another big ship, we'll probably want the cannons to be more effective. Normal cannonballs don't really do a ton to a ship's structure.
True.
I remember this time a couple of years ago that my family's grain silo exploded.
Exploded?
Thought I'd... Yes. Probably more of a fault of our biology than anything. Arcing a little bit of electricity between my fingers.
So you exploded it with light?
That's the general idea.
Are you going to shoot the cannonball while it launches?
We'll try and see.
A very odd contraption.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you just don't like to collect odd things?
I don't consider a bag of cement an odd thing, do you?
But we're on a ship with no stonemasonry.
Why would one collect a bag of cement? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't question people's insanities. But nonetheless, you seem to be of a calculating mind.
Hmm. So what do you think of was that 2 gods we've met now?
The Megalodon was not a god.
Despite
Just a
being
very-
as powerful as one.
The Megalodon was not a god, you hear it voice from above.
from below. Not a god.
Oh fuck!
She's back!
The boys are back.
In town?
He's back in town. can't believe there's nobody better.
To speak the truth, I was beginning to question some of my own faculties. I guess I could say it was confirmed that I was hearing the statue speak to me.
Honestly, this is a little much for me.
It's understandable. You seem to be just a man of, education. Though you did...
It's just, you know. Didn't think I'd be meeting the gods till I died.
Yes, it's quite a frightening experience. Though then again, I guess you can not have to worry that, the gods don't exist, if that's what some people believe still.
Well, at least that one does.
Well, nonetheless, I'm glad I've not lost all of my nuts and marbles, especially with the strange statue now being the key. Nonetheless,
I wonder.
Nonetheless, it's a truly quizzical thing. I hope you can finish whatever oddity you're working on. I think I'll go have a lie down for a while.
Alright. Don't let the gods bite.
Wouldn't surprise me if they do anyway. Retired at my cabin.
Alright.
Still asleep on the floor.
Bourgeois as fuck. I'll retire to my cabin.
And then sleep on the floor.
Yep. Sheets and all that on the floor. It's just the mattress, but nothing on it. No pillow. She constantly puts her bottles of rum on the bed.
Definitely bourgeoisie. Living it up on the ocean. Anyway.
Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie, yeah.
Bourgeoisie.
Boots.
Yeah.
Gonna walk all over you.
Is anyone else doing anything during the night?
I finished pouring
Nope.
some flour into some cannonballs. Aside from that, I go sleep.
Shrai, you doing anything during the night?
Nah.
Just trying to contemplate the fact that you just saw a real life god.
In the massive flesh.
Yep. Anyway. Well, at this point, after a good night's sleep, you'll wake up bright and early and can continue your voyage.
Put it into 5th gear.
Running in the 90s.
For as you pass by Maiden, you see the derelict ship, but it slowly breaks away from harbor, as if by its own force.
Huh.
Can I try and take note of its name?
No, it's worn off completely.
Ooh.
It's almost looking rotted.
Anonymous.
Well, you get back to Zorano in one piece. That's the good news.
What's the bad?
The people, they're dead. All of them. Slaughtered by their own arrogance.
What? My hand, Merm says, begins to clutch his right hand.
Quick, where's the captive? We need to sacrifice him on a pyre to bring the people back.
The orcs have all been replaced by white people.
No!
Exactly as planned.
Fuck!
Let me just get the captive for you. Because I forgot to copy him over. Mom, your HP bar has disappeared again. It's playing tricks on you.
I draw my knife and I begin cutting away at where the HP bar is. Now you're there, vile mimic.
Well, as Xerxes return, the shaman seems to stroll over with her apprentice.
I quickly cast quickened see invisibility so I can see Merm's health bar.
There isn't one. The health bar's right behind you. It has Merm's knife.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Yeah. There we go. Ah, it appears.
I have a feeling you copied me originally from somewhere else, and you just keep copying and pasting me without a health bar.
Honestly, probably.
Rokugal. Minora! Where have you been? How'd you get
Hey.
here? What are you doing?
Hey.
Wait, come
So-
back! Minora! Rukugal!
Damn
Come
it,
back
that was-
here!
That was my light.
Hang on a moment, Rossi. I'll copy you over too. Takes a moment or two, because you all have new characters.
Answer me, damn you! Answer me!
Boop.
He just disappears like none of us ever saw him. It was just you.
Anyway, the chieftain steps forward and greets the shaman, and the two of them seem to quietly discuss words. Before long, the shaman seems mostly pleased enough. She gives everyone a look over and then returns to her tent without further word. And the apprentice steps forward. On behalf of the shaman, we thank you for delivering the dryad back to her home in Lake Shalia. As a compensation, we would like to offer you a small payment in kind. But I believe the chieftain is the one that will be discussing those terms.
Of course.
And she gives a small head nod and moves back to the tent herself. Chieftain sighs happily that he's finally back home, despite it looking still rugged and rough. Well, I suppose, at this point, you four have proven your worthiness. You've successfully not only saved the Dryad, but saved the town. And also, as much as we don't particularly favor the town, you saved Donnenberg as well, from Jarvis. It seems only fitting that I reopen the trade routes to Fort Kostock immediately.
And be sure to let them know that the Meraviglia and the Captain Eldra sends her regards for these matters.
Of course. Though I believe a visit in person would probably be a little more ideal, considering the situation.
True enough.
Besides, I believe you have unfinished business with a certain commander.
We do. We've managed to find the situation. Obviously now everything is reopened again. Might have to wait a short while longer for Myadin.
Captain, I don't think it's a great idea to make the god wait. I mean, we kind of need the ocean.
That's true enough. It might be
I can only wish. Sorry, go.
It might be a forward request, but if we could have some residium to bring to Black, she seems artful in the ways of magic, and I know you'd like to preserve that.
He nods and looks over at the apprentice who had just peeked out of the tent for a second, and she scurries back inside. Well, we can spare some residium, I suppose.
It'd be very
And
pretty.
he Eventually, a large black crystal is brought to the main.
Black's crystal.
Oh,
Is brought to the chieftain.
it's the perfect color.
It seems rather lightweight. Liera is just carrying it with 2 hands, despite its large structure. I think you'll find that this residuum is more than enough for any experiments that Minotaur wishes to carry out.
I thank you indeed.
Of course.
And now with that, I must take my leave with the rest of my crew. We have a very pressing matter to attend to.
I can only wish you luck in your future endeavors. Though I must say, if you ever plan on making a trip to Berethton, message me at Grogolash on the way there, and I'll lend my aid.
I thought he just gave like a Twitter Twitter address, like just tweet me at.
Yeah.
Medieval tweeting. We send crows.
Hey.
Queek, if you'd be so kind to bring the residuum to the ship.
Sure. Queek will walk over, and if it's capable of like carrying it, I don't know.
Yeah, you can carry it. So let me just. So
He's got all that heavy lifting.
I'll just leave it to you to be able to move, Ken. So you should be able to select and move it now.
Oh, okay. It's not a huge deal, but yeah, sure. I take it to the ship.
It is successfully on board. I'll just copy and paste it there. For future reference, even though you probably won't see it for that much longer.
I'll just take off my hat and give a bow to Xerxes. Till we meet again.
Of course. Be safe. These waters are treacherous. He chuckles darkly.
Not as treacherous as those on land.
As Xerxes moves over to the apprentice and talks with her, and move off to one side. And you guys return to the ship. Quest completed.
I guess we should go to Myerden now.
At least scout it out.
I mean, I don't know, I'd rather not make the god angry that threatened to sink our ship.
It's true. Preload
She
the cannons
did.
and be ready.
She did threaten our lives, but yes, I will start loading the cannons.
Ready to swivel gun? All of it. We don't know what to expect there.
I will load grape shot because, I don't know, I feel like we're going to be shooting at some organic targets.
Why do you say that?
Because we're going to a dock full of people, zombies / evil / dead corpses that are slightly more inclined to consume flesh than to lay it at.
Well, it is nighttime when you ready everything and get prepared on the ship.
The best time to approach.
Oh, yes. Naturally.
Unless you will prefer the daylight.
So do you sail for Myerden?
What do you guys
It's-
think?
Just beginning to get dark.
I'm not bothered either way.
Nick? Ken?
What?
What do you think? Day or night?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if we're going somewhere that even a god says is pretty fucking bad, I'd rather be there when it's bright out.
Queek has no opinion.
Alright.
So 2 no opinions and 1 daylight. So you're the tiebreaker.
We're going to wait till day. Respective evil always has a subtle fear, from what I've seen of the light.
I don't know, Jarvis seemed to like the light pretty well.
This would be a good time to test out those flower cannonballs. We could just park right outside and fire a couple in.
I mean, we could if you wanted to. The main idea I had with it was shooting them at an opposing ship and then just igniting them as we go by, because it works good with an enclosed space.
So yeah, I have a bed down and then I approach Myron in at day.
Ding.
Well, anyway, so you spend the night just doing whatever. Beatrice, do you want to take the thing back to your room?
Yes.
The key back to your room? Alright.
Stick it under my pillow.
Alright. It's still large. It's still the same size as the statue is.
Alright, cool. I'll tuck it so I have that nice little arch so I can kind of lean back there.
Alright.
Keep it close.
Right, well, day breaks, and, you still see, off in the very far distance, the derelict ship is still just sailing near the dock of Myden, giving you access, for now.
Definitely keep an eye on that ship.
Do you wish to sail from Myden?
Yes.
As you approach the damnable docks, you feel a gloom overtake you. It takes a moment for you to adjust your eyes. It's rather dark. So,
Oh no, the night has taken us.
I feel like an aim with Maya, and they really were going for the eventually gets cursed approach.
I'm just a dot. Oh god, I'm lost at the sea of the void.
I'm just
Alright, stop.
the road.
Alright, as you enter the town, there's a thick, hazy gloom blanketing the entirety of this town. It's almost impossible to see without a light. Even if it's daytime, you can tell the sun's up, but it's being covered by this sickly green mist. It seems to hang above the town. It's quiet to a point. Sure, you probably don't goddamn have
Nobody does.
sight. No.
I literally see nothing.
Queek, do you light your lantern?
Yeah, or
I light
turn it
my
on.
lantern.
Yeah, alright, so I'll give everyone about 10 feet of light.
The ever-burning lantern.
10 feet in daylight?
Yeah, this
Damn.
place is thick with fog.
I've
I'll
been
give
in really
everyone
thick fog before, that's about right.
As far as you can tell, this the gravel beneath you seems alright, but at the corner of your eyes you start seeing green mold seeming to overtake this town.
It's almost as
So
bad
what?
as a ghost yard.
What are we here to do? This place looks beyond help.
As you walk by Queek out of the corner of your eye, you see old puddles of blood.
Queek will grip his hammer and turn back to Miriam and say, Goddess did say cleanse.
It looks like that blood. It looks like somebody already cleansed pretty hard.
Kinda keep my whip at the ready.
I'd like to try to determine what made these blood pools.
They look
Alright,
like footsteps.
You can make a perception if you want.
Never have I heard a better sentence than I keep my whip at the ready.
As far as you can tell, these footprints were made by some sort of giant, though on closer inspection you can actually see that there are smaller footsteps inside these holes. So these foot-shaped holes are actually made of several people running from this town. Or perhaps it was a giant after all. You're not too sure, but it's certainly disconcerting to see.
Maybe a giant was wearing a bunch of smaller pieces of shoe that looped the bottom of his foot. I mean, think about it. Like, imagine if you were a giant living in this town.
Is that stuff really flour, or is that cocaine? I'm just kidding.
He's a Colombian dealer.
No, his gaze.
It's flour, definitely.
You know, we couldn't tell either way because your whole body is white.
You can't even see the cocaine lines going to, like, whatever dragon ones have, nose slits.
Nostrils and shit. God, you could do a large line of coke with a snout like that.
Yeah, I got vacuum space.
Weak as you approach, you see a very well-kept hedge.
Is it suspiciously well kept?
Yes. Very suspiciously well-kept.
This is too fine of a trimming.
I'd like to roll inside on the hedge.
Go ahead. Oh.
Suspicious. No,
I'm wearing the hedge wizard's gloves.
You can tell that these hedges are unnaturally wizardly.
I mean, those are the gloves that I actually have.
Oh, no.
Gloves.
I know.
I sense it too.
Do they have the at-will power of just shearing hedges?
Yeah, that's the thing that gives you prestidigitation and mage hand.
Do you use the mage hand to trim hedges?
Yeah, I'd like to mage hand my knife to trim a hedge.
As you attempt to trim the hedge, whatever you cut off seems to oddly regrow back. You notice, though, that as it's regrowing, it's almost a putrid green, like the gravel you're standing on.
Is the
Seems to be
entire
covered
bush
in
the putrid green?
No, the leaves seem natural, but the actual bark and twigs and roots all seem to be covered in this odd putrid moss that's at your feet at the moment.
Oh. That's kind of disgusting.
It feels unnaturally fuzzy at your feet. As you move upwards, you see the brown gravel path begin to form into actual proper walking cobblestones. Oddly placed, but they seem to form enough of a pathway.
There's not a single person anywhere. Not even a sound.
Yeah, and I think anybody would say this in this situation, but this many blood puddles gives me the creeps. I didn't even make them.
Quick, you notice that the bushes seem to break away around there.
Is this a stone?
Counter a gate.
Oh, it's found of blood.
Yeah.
So I see a gate and they see a fountain of blood.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a very disconcerting sight. When you look in this otherwise seemingly normal well, it's just pooled with what looks to be almost a caking of blood, like a dusting of blood on top of it. It seems to just keep pouring and refreshing the blood with more water, never thinning out. You can tell it's been spilled along the sides, and you're unsure what created the blood puddles in the water, but it's still generating.
I'd like to inspect the gate.
It's hanging freely open, and with a good push, you could probably open it.
Yeah, I'll push it open.
Alright.
To the limit.
Well, for some reason, my telemetry of this thing is really off. But as you swing it open, you can now move inside. You see a faint symbol etched into the wood of the gate, but you're unsure of what the symbol means.
I sure hope this isn't a hedge maze.
I look to the captain and point as, questioning as if, should we go this way?
Might as well. It doesn't seem like anyone else is here, so if you find anything that interests you, go ahead and keep it.
As you move through, the only thing you can really hear is the crack of gravel at your feet. Queek, you're the first to see it. You see a large pillar erected for some long-dead person, but Beatrice, you stumble across a very unfortunate sight.
Not the horse!
It seems everything was killed. The men, the women, even the children and horses.
Not just the men.
And the horses, too.
And the horses, too. They said that's all the naysayers.
They're animals.
What's most unfortunate is a lot of these blood puddles seem very dry and old, yet they still seem to glow with a faint red as your torches and lanterns shine upon them.
I quickly check their pockets for loot.
Same.
They all seem to just carry a collection of either keys or coinage, or perhaps even just small bits of paper, things that they were carrying on them before they died. Beatrice, from this particular satyr, you just find a simple hand dagger and a set of keys.
I'll take the dagger and the keys, just looking at them.
They appear to be a set of keys to a house of some sort. Though on closer inspection, you can see that the words bathhouse has been engraved on them.
You know, the idea of a bathhouse doesn't appeal to me all that much, considering how all the water so far seems to be blood.
Well, I would still be personally interested just to see how it looks. Shrell, have you ever seen anything like this?
Greek, you find a couple, a man and a woman, lying very close by together.
I'll see if they have anything interesting on them.
They unfortunately do not have anything of note.
I'd take their wedding rings.
Alright. You,
I did say
you loot 2 golden bands.
Okay.
Mum, you find a dead puppy. Its innards have become its outwards.
No!
God.
Shirai and Beatrice, you arrive on it first, but you find what seems to be a bonfire and countless skeletons lying around it. You can see charred bits of flesh and bone and ash loitering around the fireplace, the bonfire itself. You're unsure what happened here, but this is clearly a very unholy sight.
Curious.
After a moment or two, Beatrice stopped there.
Oh.
Shirai, stop.
Not the trees!
You hear a shuffling and a groaning. It's the night of the living dead. Roll initiative.
If it's always night here, then it's more like the morning of the living dead, actually.
The eternity of the dead.
I keep forgetting to update the map, but it should be 11.
Get ready to cleave.
Alright. I hope you're ready for this combat.
Get ready to dance.
Drop.
This dank-ass combat. Alright. Adding a turn for her. So these guys will sit on a 12. These guys are just shamblers. They're very slow.
just walkers.
Queek, you're up first.
Shit. I forgot to update my macro. I just realized. 1 sec. Almost done.
He's fast.
So I will. So what did it just appear, or what are these guys doing?
They've crawled out of the ground.
All
They're
right.
groaning at you.
I will shift one and do my Volt the Fallen attack.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I feel like you should get bonus
Yes,
damage. It's like a triple crit.
And
strike.
my weapon has crit is D10, and they're knocked prone if he even survived that.
No, she did.
Oh God, get fucked, son.
Andrew, you flatten this thing. Queek. Oh, sorry, Queek. You launch up into. Sorry, my brain's a little scattered. You launch up as soon as these things burst out of the ground, and almost a message to the other ones. You send your hammer slamming back down, and you just send the skeleton of this thing shooting back underground, and leaving the body behind.
And
However, despite it stopping moving, you don't feel it's truly dead.
it didn't die from that.
It's dead, as far as you know.
Okay. Well, maybe it's a lich too. Anyways. Just kidding.
Beatrice.
My attack's not done. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
So I shift one square, and then I make the attack against this other creature by Shuri.
Hooray.
Sheree. Sheree. So,
Yeah, that's definitely hitting for 17 damage.
Tactical nuke incoming.
It's not bloodied, but you can tell the hit was strong enough that it's definitely winded this creature.
alright, yeah. I'm basically playing whack-a-mole with these zombies.
Beatrice.
So cleaving from this one to that one, so I'll take the after damage.
Definitely hitting. And that's whip. Yep, so...
Yep. And he takes 4, and that one's 8. So I just kind of lash that one across the back and carry it over to smack the other one. And mark them both.
You whip deep.
-4. Sorry.
It's fine. You whip deep, but no blood comes out. There seems to be something a little peculiar about these things. They're not bleeding no matter how hard you hit them. Though you're making this one very unstable. The one nearby, however, does not seem too happy. But it got hit, so they're taking a -2.
4, because I hit them with the whip.
Right, and the other one takes a -2. I think.
Both of them. They only take -2 when attacking me. If they attack anyone else, it's -4. Mark imposed by warrior, and then if it hit by the attack from a whip.
I think you have to actually do an attack roll. I don't think the cleave marks them.
It doesn't? Alright.
That would be very, very strong if it did.
Alright, then just 2 on the other.
Alright.
I mean, like, just think about that. Oh, I can a double mark at will. Second mark being free.
Queek, the one nearby you, will attempt to bite at your hands. At a -4, this will just be a flat D20.
Oh, wow.
That's versus your AC.
That'll miss.
As it weakly attempts to lash and bite at you, it's just sluggishly flops over, trying to pick its front half up. 1, 2.
Oh.
As another one appears from behind the gravestones.
One step ahead of the bread line.
Yeah. Shield attack, you 6. Versus your AC is missing by a mile.
Mm-hmm.
She tries to swing a rotten piece of bone at you. Misses you.
Sort of did teleportation noises.
Uh-huh.
Stab in the back. Teleports behind you. Nothing personal.
Nice. Definitely hitting and definitely killing. Well, you feel your daggers dig deep into where you suppose the vital spots are, and it stops moving.
Huh.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I moved and attacked.
This will be attacking you directly, Beatrice. 22 versus your AC.
Definitely.
It nibbles on you for 5 damage as it swipes down and gets your arm.
No!
And this will be versus your will.
You feel the urge to dance. This is Thriller. Just kidding.
Definitely not.
1, 2, 3. As it joins its friend. This will be versus you. 23 versus AC.
And that's gonna hit. Or has his HP bar by his side though.
4 damage. And this will be versus your will.
Go back to jail.
Doesn't hit.
That's what the go back to jail implies.
Alright. Queek, this will be versus you.
Night of the mildly awoken undead.
12 versus your AC.
Miss.
Alright. And the final one. 1, 2, 3 versus you, Beatrice. They smell fresh flesh. 14 versus AC.
No.
As he attempts to swing at you, but bounces off of your scale armor. Shirai. Zombies! You gotta shoot him in the head.
Fuck.
Alright. I start with a shift.
Mhm.
Minor activate seek weakness on my crossbow.
Seek weakness?
Seek weakness. Weak seekness?
Weak
Oh,
seekness.
weakness. You seek weak.
Meek weakness.
You seek weak?
Weakness. I'll attack this guy.
Alright.
With just a flourish. Modifier 2. Yes. Damage modifier 2.
Holy Mother of Mary.
You. Is that 28 plus 30, or is that 30 crit
No,
overall?
the crit roll is just listed there in case I get a crit.
Was rolled crit damage.
You shoot this thing directly in its noggin, and it stops it temporarily. And it looks like it's needing a moment or two to rethink its decisions of afterlife. Queek, it's back to you again.
Alright.
1d15 plus 1d6 plus 2d6 plus 2. Right?
First one's not a D, it's just a 15 for the flat damage.
Okay, so you're doing
Sit.
30 damage overall plus 28, or...
No, the 30 is if the attack roll crits.
Okay, it will. So
How-
28 damage.
How are you doing that much damage? That's crazy. Is that with sneak attack or something?
Yes.
Crazy. Alright. Queek is going to charge this guy. So I'm going to move like that
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
like that.
How are you moving on top of an enemy?
This guy is not an enemy?
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Yeah,
So
but there's a guy right. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
there's a guy
I have-
here. Okay.
Alright. I have a nifty item called Badge of the Berserker, so I don't take opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And, you know, I only have to move 2 squares as part of the charge, so I do that.
Alright.
Alright.
Charge him.
So this is with, fuck, I rolled a 1.
This is with a not happening today, sadly. You attempt to charge this guy from behind, he just sluggishly raises his arm and catches your hammer.
Oh, okay.
Beatrice.
Minor action switch from the whip to the rapier, seeing how there's not much to control, just a whole lot to cleave. So,
Alright,
start
go for
this
it.
guy with cleave, continuing to damage into him.
Mm.
Oh, wow. The curse continues.
Oh,
You try and swing, but the zombie sort of lurches out of the way just in time.
There's too many of them! I can't get a clear shot!
Alright, this chick up here will be versing you, Queek. 20 versus your AC.
that'll hit.
Oh, that reminds me. Warrior's Mark still
Take-
applies to him.
5 damage.
Okay.
And this will be versus your will. 13 versus will.
That hits.
Alright. You are currently dazed from
Alright.
the bite. You kind of feel funny, and then you realize the bite mark left a bit of green residue around the wound.
You're gonna become a hedge, Queek. Run. Oh, good. I'm flanking this guy now. Thanks, Queek. Die.
Well, you don't do that much to him. He seems a little pestered that you shanked him in the stomach, or what was left of his stomach.
Oh, getting my knife all dirty. Come on.
Like, there's that awkward moment where your hand is literally caught in his intestines, and you feel all the dry, gooey intestines all over your hand. Ugh.
I mean, I've
It's like
killed
a-
several people at this point, but this is out of hand. This is disgusting.
It's like nasty stick-in resin.
It's like, imagine getting like a dish rag, wetting it, and then running it through like sausage grease, and then putting it over your hand. Ugh. Alright, this guy next to you will attack you, Queek. He's on
Go
the
for-
left of you.
Don't forget
AC.
to add the +2 for combat advantage. But that misses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's not hitting by a mile. This guy will attack you, Mom. A -2.
Alright. So after he does that,
16.
I'll take
Yeah.
my opportunity action from my Warrior's Mark to do a grappling strike on him for my opportunity.
Alright. That's definitely hitting.
Alrighty. So
And,
if that hit, it still would go through, but I would immediately grab onto the zombie and run the blade straight through his middle.
you grab him and you deal a hefty blow. It seems like he's finally beginning to stagger. This guy will be busting you, Beatrice, at a -2. 16 versus your AC.
Nope.
And final guy hitting you at normal strength.
Well, actually, the -2 would be somebody else, but that'd be 18, but that'd still be a miss.
Yeah, and the last guy trying to hit you misses as well.
Alright.
Sure, I.
Alright. Seeing as he apparently didn't die the first time, reload the crossbow and I'm gonna just shoot this guy again.
Alright. Do it. Oh my. You get a... just a question, what are your bolts made of?
They're just wooden bolts with metal tips.
Alright. Just regular iron tips or steel tips?
I mean, probably iron.
Well, you get a good shot and it lodges in the back of his neck, and you bring him down and he stops moving. Queek.
I'll attack the top zombie.
Yep. Oh, you're definitely hitting there.
Oh my god, man.
As you bash her head and it goes spinning, literally. And she catches it after a moment or two.
Is the day's save ends or?
Yeah, save ends.
Oh.
So roll your save. Ooh no. Yeah, that's not good. So she's granting CA to you. But Queek, you're still dazed and your arm is getting itchy. Beatrice.
Alright. Just gonna try and pull this guy a little bit closer and then cleave in through him into the other one as I rip the rapier out.
Versus the guy you're holding?
Yes.
With the rapier? Okay. You're definitely hitting, and you skewer him through.
Straight into the other guy next to him.
Yeah. The two of them seem very displeased about the current turn of events, and they're coughing and groaning between each other.
I'll stay
Right.
in place.
This is granting CA to you, but she's going to try and attack you anyway, Queek. Versus your AC?
Why is she granting CA to me? But
You hit her. Effect, you grant CA.
yeah. Well, I was already dazed, so it didn't matter. But anyways, that misses.
Yeah, even on a 15, that would miss. And she tries to sluggishly swing at the same spot again.
Knife in the back. You're too late. I was too late. Wow, that was a really bad roll. I'm still thoroughly disgusted.
Oh my god, man.
Is that with CA?
I'm with now a CA that before.
Yeah, you're one. Yeah, you'd be about 1 point off. As you try and stab as fast as you could into this zombie, it somehow just jerks forward as Beatrice stabs it again, so you miss your opportunity. Alright. It's the meme squad. Beatrice, this will be versus you. 20 versus your AC.
Definitely hits.
Take 6 damage
Oh,
as it bites down into your skin, and this will be versus your will.
no!
As
I
it
kinda
bites
laughed
into you.
at that. I'm sorry. Oh my god, that was amazing.
No.
It bites into your wrist, but thankfully you jerk away before it can get a better bite time down. Merm, this will be versus you at a -2. 11 versus your AC.
Take my
Hello, police. I'd like to say that didn't hit me.
as he tries to escape my grasp and fight a Merm. I'll take my opportunity against him.
No, the first one was that guy, and the second one's that guy.
They're still marked by both of them.
Okay, but that's
That'll miss,
sadly
though.
not hitting.
Yeah.
You just sort of clang against a rib cage. That was a little disappointing.
Do you have your whip and sword out, by the way?
Nope.
Oh.
I need hand free for my grappling attacks.
Oh, right.
The final guy will be versus you, Beatrice.
Nope.
16 versus your AC.
Negative.
As he barely grabs your shoulder pad. Shirai.
Step over to here, so I load my crossbow. Now I'm gonna shoot this one. In the middle.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
MCA.
You're not getting flanking, are you?
I mean, shooting from over here at this guy who's not being flanked? No.
But you don't get flanking bonuses with ranged in this. I think there's a feat, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Paracelsus had to take it.
It's if your allies are flanking them, you would get it.
Sadly, it almost looks like the shot is going to ring true, but it barely misses as the zombie rolls its head a little bit.
Sad boys.
You could heroic effort unless you're not a human.
Are you a human or not?
Are you human or are you
Oh,
No,
dead?
I don't actually have that.
Merm Ready's the racial purity brand.
Oh no! Merm, wait!
Not human confirmed. Lyncher.
Oh,
You don't even need to take it as a human.
Queeg.
Yeah. I will
Show us
attack.
your other eye wills. Time.
God.
Oh boy.
Prove it. Show us your outwits. Sorry. I'll attack the north zombie.
Yep, and you flatten her. You squish her back down, and she stops moving.
I'm no longer dazed.
Yeah.
You see, like that makes it sound really sad. You squish her and she stops moving.
Itch is driving you nuts, though. You should probably get it looked at soon.
It can wait till after the battle.
Beatrice.
Cleave a bitch. Finish this.
Nope.
Probably not. Yeah.
Nope.
But
You
still
still marked the two of them. Unless that guy above you is no longer marked.
This guy would no longer be marked, but since I attacked him, he would still have the mark.
Alright, just give me a second.
I need that to land a hit to be able to do the other mark with the cleave.
Well, those chicks are dead for now. Mum, it's your turn.
Do I begin the shiving once more?
Shift Master Flex.
Kobe. Yeah, you get it.
Sneak attack damage for more than my attacker damage. Thank you, Rogue.
You stab this guy a few more times, and eventually he stops moving and flops to the ground.
And I throw him to the ground.
Happy birthday to the ground!
Motherfucker!
My knife hand's getting really bloody. Well, I guess I will use my move action this turn to take a 5-foot step to begin my journey for flanking again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alright, this one will be versus you, Beatrice. Actually, no, this will be versus you, Queek.
Okay.
The zombie to the bottom right of you turns around and begins to attack. 11 versus your AC.
Miss.
Alright. And then Beatrice, the one to the top right of you, begin attacking you. 14 versus your AC.
No.
Alright.
I parry his hand.
Try.
Alright. Reload. I love to reload during a battle.
You better like to reload during a battle.
I will use concealed weapon and then shoot this nigger again.
jeez, that was a hard R.
Oh.
Well, maybe you will fit in with this group after all.
Jesus. Oh, definitely hitting, but
Many ones.
as you lodge a shot into him, you can see he begins to stumble a little bit. So, certainly doing something to him as your shot lands in his shoulder. Stumbles him a little bit. Quick!
I shift back one, and then I'm going to charge this guy.
Sure. Oh, there you go.
Crit.
Oh. So an extra 7 damage, so that's 6, 6, 6, 18, 25, 32, 35 damage. At maximum. As you ram into him, you take his top half off and his bottom half just sort of stumbles for a little while before flopping over. As you're only carrying the top half on the top of on your hammer now. He's still
Nice.
groaning, but very angrily. He's barely there though. I'll let you got CA against him now.
As he's attached to my hammer.
Yep.
Fuck.
Beatrice.
I never asked for this.
I'll try and cleave him off. Oh god, so that's 21. Holy shit. That'd be
Yep.
so, and then cleave
12
into the other
damage.
guy.
So you deal an astonishing 12 damage. You cut into this guy, and you see parts of his ribs and a few of his guts spill out from the strong hit. And you cleave into the other guy and take off whatever was left of his left arm. Queek, you barely have anything left of this guy to squish. Mom.
I draw the shiv. 5-foot step. Alright, Queek's over there. How do I gain flanking? I guess he's already granting combat advantage. I can just move over here and just start shanking. I shall shank this fine individual.
Alright, go ahead.
I shall not be shanking this fine individual.
Nope.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh god.
Close. Very close, but no cigar.
Both of these are
Alright,
marked as well. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen a single lightning bolt being thrown.
Beatrice. Sorry. Go ahead, Mom.
No, nothing. I'll just type.
Beatrice, this will be versus your AC 15.
No.
Alright, and the other one can't even attack Queek. It's just sort of a torso and arm and parts of a head. So Queek, at this point your arm is getting really sore. Like impressively sore. You notice that the green has spread up your arm now.
My arm's turning green. Let me go see if I can find that scene.
Sure,
Take a step. Reload. I will shoot this one, I suppose.
He's prone.
Oh. Well then, fuck him. I'll just shoot the one here. Oh, there we go.
Ooh. Wow.
As your shot lodges in this thing's skull, and you see bits of matter fly out the other side as it collapses in a heap. But this time, unlike the other ones, it seems to turn to ash.
Gotta catch him.
Queek. Finish him.
Yeah, this thing, I'll just Brass strike him, 19 versus AC.
You flatten him. You bury him back in the ground where he belongs.
I'm surprised he survived my 41 damage crit, but at least
that was 41 damage?
Yeah.
I didn't read
All
it correctly.
max.
Oh, sorry. I read that as 35. Sorry, that was my bad. You would have killed him back then. But...
It's okay. Maybe I purposely didn't kill him just so I could squish him even more.
Alright.
And then I'll look in horror at my arm.
Queek, are you alright?
Doesn't feel good.
Let me see.
My hand.
I'm gonna attempt a heal check. See if I can't figure out, or at least discern anything from this thing.
I want to rummage through and see how many of my bolts I can get back.
I'll stack a heroic effort on that, just so I can make it in 22.
Oh, thank you. Wow, you didn't use heroic effort the entire battle.
Nope. Well, the other times I roll. That I'm actually trained in healing.
Normally, Queek likes a little bit of mold on his cheese, but not this.
It seems like a touch much, dear.
Not like this.
As we send the GM to the Shadow Realm.
And I'm getting really fucking sleepy.
Alright, sorry about that. There's someone just called the house phone and I dropped out. Alright, so, you said you were gonna heroic effort that?
Yeah, for 22.
Alright. Beatrice, this is bad. You mostly know this from folktales, but most of the time if a zombie bites someone, eventually they'll begin to turn. And
Wait,
from
am
what you
I
can s-
the only one who got bit? What the fuck?
You're the one who got bit and failed the will check.
Oh, right, okay.
But from what you've been able to see, Beatrice, most of the ground and even the grass and the shrubs, even the dead bodies, these zombies have been covered in this fine green moss that Queek is now covered in. You suppose that the easiest way of going about this is trying to remove the moss as best as you can, and try not get any on yourself. The other way you could possibly do this is find someone like a necromancer who might be able to undo the curse that's currently on Queek's body. And the final option you could try is holy water. Massive amounts of holy water.
Oh.
That would mean Queek would have to take a bath, so let's do something else.
It might hurt a bit, but I'm going to try and take off this strange mold.
And get a fur cut? Queek hasn't had a fur cut in years.
I could take your arm instead.
No.
No.
You
get the fur cut.
I can still feel my hand.
My hand.
So should I roll another heal check to try and remove that?
Yeah, give me another heal check.
Queek
I'd like to
will...
assist in this check with electricity.
Oh.
I will gently shock the mold.
Queek
yeah, you
will
probably
hold his hand over his eyes and not look.
So,
Alright.
plus 2 to that check with his aid.
Uh-huh. Let's see it. It was 17 with the plus 2. You managed to get most of it either neutralized or contained, but Queek, you have a feeling that it's still sore and painful. You would probably need to find a proper professional to get rid of it, but for now you're cured.
Okay.
I wanna see how many of my bolts I can get back.
You could probably rummage a couple of them. Cured. Cured. Your hand.
Let's see.
Beatrice, even though you're cut off their heads, nothing seems to happen. They just sort of jitter a little bit.
Okay.
It's a
I use my
comfort.
hedge wizard glove to clean my hand.
Clearly, the one I recover is the one that turned a zombie to ash.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that seems rather interesting, so I'm gonna try shooting this zombie here in the head.
Alright, go for it.
All the severed heads.
Roll me a check. So just roll me an attack, like range basic or something.
I'm gonna do my slight fire regardless.
Alright, go ahead. Seeming as it's been pretty decent so far, you've been getting... Yeah, you lodge an arrow in this thing's brain, or what you can assume to be its brain, and it turns to ash.
Huh.
Gotta catch him. Oh.
I've got to refresh the page because my mouse is completely fucking off. Like it's drawing boxes incorrectly, which is irking me. Shouldn't I used 3 before?
I really don't remember. Unbalancing shot was one.
Balancing shot was one. Seek quickness is actually an encounter power.
I didn't see that.
I made the joke about it too.
It's
seek weak.
Seek weakness. It's not an attack. It makes it so that my next, until the end of my next turn, I have combat advantage and do 2 extra damage.
Hmm.
Although it's a melee one that I can apply to a weapon, so I could just stick it on someone else's weapon if I felt like it.
Hmm. Okay, interesting
Alright.
encounter power.
And then concealed weapon is also an encounter power, but that's a utility.
That's a sealed weapon, isn't that? No, I'm thinking of something else. Don't worry. Anyway, you've finished. So yeah, Shirai, when you lodged that bolt in the zombie's brain, it seemed to turn to ash.
Interesting. Are those special bolts?
Not that I know of.
I'm just gonna try driving my blade through one of the zombies' heads where, like, I saw Shirai, like, shoot it.
Alright, roll me an attack. You drive your rapier through the skull of the female zombie beside you. And you see matter spray out the sides as you hear a discontented she turns to ash.
So the 2 crits I got just didn't impact their head at all, and no ash for me.
You didn't quite specify that you were smacking their heads. You set one
Well-
underground like a whack-a-mole.
Right.
The other one you charged at the middle.
Normally a crit means their weak point, and their weak point seems to be their head. And also, when we first started playing, I mentioned that Queek goes for heads, because his nickname is literally Queek the Head Taker.
Alright,
I do distinctly remember him making a very exemplified point of always smacking people's heads.
It's true.
Well, at least get rid of all the ones you killed, which I think were those 2.
Ash.
Yeah, I got two crits, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so you
It's
got
not a big deal. I just
one
wanted to
dead
point that
there.
out.
Drive a blade through this one as well.
Alright. You kind of landed off center.
It's
But,
I'm sure it's the blunt weapon. Quick's so good at taking the head off while managing to preserve skulls.
Yeah.
It does,
Queek.
my hammer
like-
does have a spike on it, though.
It's like an underhanded golf swing. Like you're going for the dislodge, not the dismember.
Beatrice, despite hitting slightly off center, you do hit some matter, and you see her fade to ash.
Well, that's good to make note of.
With this area clear, you notice the fog begins to lighten a little bit.
The bonfire is lit.
Bonfire lit.
As you notice that you can now see a little farther in the dark.
I'm gonna go spend my souls at the bonfire.
I'll finish off this motherfucker as well.
I'd like to save the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna refill my Estus.
As you try and Beatrice, you lodge it in there, and but you see just before you ram it in, she was beginning to get back up.
Stay down.
She turns to dust.
If you sit at the bonfire, they all respawn.
Well, you guys sit down. I'll stay standing. Oh, Jesus.
Beatrice gets reset all the way back to the start of the story.
Beatrice! Beatrice!
Da, da, da.
Disconnected from host.
Take 5 just to recover a little bit.
Yep.
And look to everyone. You saw that trying to get back up, didn't you?
I mean, I saw them get up in the first place.
If we kill any more of those, we definitely have to take care of their heads permanently.
I suppose so.
You, as you're all crowded around here, you hear a startling shriek coming from the north. It seems to pierce through the quiet and the fog.
Well, I guess we have more friends waiting for us.
That's a nice way to put it, but
Yeah.
probably so.
Don't worry, Queek. If we find an alchemist shop, I'm sure I can figure out something to deal with the scratching.
Queek nods.
Nonetheless, on the upside, as much as this may be a very grim outlooking town, that means all these items here are going to be ours afterward. Quite a lucrative trade.
Why didn't she just like have a big tsunami come and wash this place out?
You really want that shit getting out into the ocean? It's like
I
dumping
mean, the
radiation.
shark could eat it.
The zombie shark, man, come on.
That sounds pretty cool.
That sounds... Yeah, that actually does sound pretty cool. But we've already experienced one. We don't need a zombie megalodon.
Is this door closed?
Yes.
I'd like to
You
knock on the door.
approach. As you approach, this appears to be a rather large church. You can see in the back there's a spire. To the side you see there's roof access and a balcony of sorts.
Hold on. Is there any windows?
Yes, there's a window.
I'm gonna peer through the window first. You imagine if this
Alright.
was going on, they would go to pray.
Oof. Alright, Beatrice, as you step inside.
No, just looking at the window.
That's the internal section if you just... Where'd you go?
My foot. I'm right here.
What? I can't see you. You've disappeared.
Yes!
Hello?
I'm ascended
There you are.
beyond the GM.
Okay, stop. You teleported back to spawn for some reason. Don't do that again.
Not on
So,
our screen.
Where'd she go? The plane of ranch.
Oh, no!
Plane of gold.
Tended beyond the GM and also apparently turned into Fletch again.
No, no. They found my secret.
Sounds of Fletch grow louder.
Do it.
Yes.
Alright, as you all peer in, you see the insides of the church and you hear groaning and wailing. But you do hear a woman screeching inside.
Oh god, it's a witch.
I hear a witch.
I hear.
Do you wish to burst in and make a dramatic rescue?
Rescue?
Do I see her, or?
Hang on. She's
I don't know, I'm
got
gonna be
a
honest,
lantern and
though.
she's up the far back, so you should be able to see her. She's at the back of the church.
There's an actual person?
Yeah, you don't see her?
Nope.
Hang on, I've
Might be
got...
out of our vision.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'll just scoot you guys inside. So yeah. Yeah, up the far back you see a woman by an altar. She's you can still enter, the door's unlocked, but yeah, she doesn't look like she's having a good time.
Right. Well, I guess we might as well help this one. She might know where this stuff came from to be able to dealt with quickly.
I sense a trap.
I'm shocked that anyone would be alive still.
You bring a
Next
very good
move.
point.
Spring the trap. Maybe this is hallowed ground so they can't get in here.
But they are in
They're
there.
already in there.
The trap has been sprung.
Next move, we set the trap.
No. Burn the church and the woman. No. Yeah. I guess we just move in to strike.
Yeah. As soon as the captain gives the order, Queek will charge.
I'll charge with Queek.
Alright.
Oh, sure. Sure, why
Yeah.
Well, you can keep your initiative or you can choose to reroll.
Ooh, generous.
not? With my plus, there's no reason not to reroll. Let's go. Yes.
Yeah,
I got
reroll.
better.
I'm keeping that 18.
I'll keep.
Sure,
That's
there you go.
I'll stay with an 18 out of 21.
Yeah.
Alright.
What's the dealer got?
Haven't
Alright.
lowered the viola this entire time.
I forgot that's what your weapon. That's so
It
awesome.
must. I mean, I'm
Sitting
not
at the back and
familiar-
everyone's like looking into the church and I'm at the back just playing some spooky music. Sure, stop that.
Sure, it's enough with the zombies. Come on. You're giving
I
me
lose my
cursed-
bard license if I stopped even for a second.
And the woman up the back will roll.
Are they on like the GM layer or something?
Yeah, because we're not seeing anything.
No, you're just in darkness.
Um,
I mean, wait, hang on. Hang on. I'm just looking through Mum's vision of light, right?
Literally,
So-
all we still see is a roof in here.
Hang on, what? No, you're inside. Oh wait, hang on a fucking second.
wrong map, probably, right?
Yep. Fucking here. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
So up the back. Wait, what was that 7 for?
Now that I can see her name and her character image, I kind of want to kill her.
Well, it's for initiative because you can't. Initiatives don't transfer well from map to map, and I can't see my initiative anymore.
Hang on, I'll just
Whoa.
just
I
reestablishing
remember
everything.
Okay, then
Get
never mind.
initiative and then punish
Whoa,
the
whoa,
numbers.
whoa, whoa.
Hey, actually, roll what I got.
I got an 18. Oh, never mind. Actually, I'm just gonna keep that. Who said that? Is it me?
Alright,
There we
alright, there we go. Can you see the list? It's Mum, Queek, Shirai, zombie, Beatrice zombie, then the
Yes.
lady up the back.
I
Okay,
think it would be right next to Queek because I had a 18 from the last time.
Oh.
Alright.
I just did it so I could slap myself on there.
Blackthorn.
I had a 15. I forgot to change it. There we go.
Quick,
She looks like
Queek
a
actually gets to go
necromancer.
first.
adjust the audio.
Black.
Oh,
Beatrice or Queek goes first.
Black magic bars our way.
we will not let this stop us. Alright, so you can see these two. Are they shambling towards her?
Yeah, they seem to be shambling towards her.
Alright. So, one. I'm going for a charge. Two. And then.
Ooh.
Go on. Because I have the same necklaces. Queek.
Queek.
And,
Berserker's badge.
yeah, and then grappling strike this one.
Yep, with the charge.
Yeah, because I can replace opportunity attacks with a grapple strike. So that would be. It's +1 for charging, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 15 versus AC with the rapier.
Just hits.
Alright. I immediately
And
just
you-
grab its hair and drive the blade right through its back, through its chest.
You see bits of it spray out the front as you hear a startled gasp from up the back.
That's it. Quickly! Dispatch them all!
Queek.
Okay.
Avenge your pain.
Charge this motherfucker. 24 versus 4.
That's definitely hitting.
So 31 damage.
You crack into this guy's. I'm guessing you're aiming for the head? Yep.
Yes, always.
You crack this guy's head, and you see like the flesh ripping off, and you can just see the neck exposed as it goggles angrily at you.
Okay. And then I push him 1 square and knock him prone and shift 1 square
Yep.
forward. I'm on an action point.
Oh,
Is he dead?
He's near dead. He's like
Okay.
on next to nothing.
I will Volt the Fallen. This is at a +2, so 29 for 13.
Definitely hitting and definitely killing. Do you aim for the head?
Yes, always.
I mean, I think
Are
Queek
you-
always aims for the head regardless.
Alright, but the question is, Queek, taking it off? Or are you crushing it?
I aim to knock it off.
Alright.
That's kind of how I do.
Alright, you smack this guy in the head, and his head comes flying off as his body crumples to a heap on the floor. The head goes flying in that direction.
Alright, and then I will shift 1 square and do my second part of Volt the Fallen versus the only zombie I can attack.
Definitely hitting. As you swing into this woman, this zombie lady, you crack her side, and she
Okay.
groans angrily.
And that's my turn.
Try.
1 step ahead of the red line.
Oh my god. Alright.
Fucking
Open as usual. Seek weakness. Aim at this bitch.
Yes, you can free action see my weakness. I don't understand though.
Oh god.
Seek weakness.
See
Like,
weakness.
let me get, like, if you like,
Meek
say it
bleakness.
right there. Look, like right there.
Yeah, I'm seeing his quickness. He's doing quite well.
Yeah,
That's
thank
good,
you.
That's good. I'm glad they made a magic item just for that.
Oh boy.
He's got a sword.
Ah, damn it.
So you're shooting.
We all got swords.
Well, it lodges in him, and he growls in pain as he clutches his chest where you shot.
And then I'm just immediately gonna reload.
What do you love to do during your battle?
Reload.
Wow.
Reload.
No. I guess I'm gonna Howling Tempest these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So area 1 burst, all these fellows.
Yep, so the 4 of them that are in there.
That's 5.
Three
That
by
bottom
three.
guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it is 5.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, it's hitting everyone except the top right.
Alright, then here's the damage. 16
16
damage.
to all of them.
All of them are slid 4 squares, so I guess I'll just go 10 car pile them up over here. So against the wall.
Against the wall.
I'll let the free action let this guy go as soon as I see the winds kick up.
Alright.
You actually completely kill one. Well,
Woo, 10 car pile up.
Head pop.
bang, bang, bang. This one sort of goes flying out the window with a crash.
Nice.
The flopping bodies just sort of land on top of one another.
It also creates a zone in that area that every creature that ends its turn there takes 4 damage. I need to go see how I move it.
Creatures or enemies?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Each creature that starts its turn there takes thunder damage equal to your charisma modifier. As a move action, you can move it 3 squares, so I'm just going to use my move action to move it. So then it's up here on them, then they can actually walk up in melee. So now it's up here.
So it's like... Alright, like that.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alright. This zombie guy up here has no interest in fighting you guys and is shambling up. 1, 2, 3. This zombie guy out here... Has he been knocked prone, or...
No, he just got
after they
slid.
beast... Alright. He'll move out of it.
He also
1.
takes 4 damage starting his turn there.
Yeah. So he's not looking too happy, he's shaking a little bit. So he'll attempt to attack you, Queek.
That will hit.
Your AC?
Wait.
Alright.
It is something attacking me because it says Lady.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Ara.
It's that thing that's attacking you. I accidentally
Okay.
forgot to switch off the...
Yeah, it hits.
Alright. And it will bite you for 8 damage!
Oh, ow.
And now this will be versus your will. Oh,
I didn't want to get double the greenness.
Double zombie.
yeah. You don't want to get down with the sickness.
You don't want to get Shrek.
Beatrice, this will be versus you. That's not.
I literally, as he comes at me, just smash him with the pommel.
Break his nose.
How
All right,
rude
these
hammering a
two,
lady.
these 2 chicks will take 4 damage for starting their turn in this zone and shamble upwards, again having no interest in you. This chick will climb
Fast.
into the zone.
It's only if they start their turn there, so she doesn't take damage.
And she'll lean over and attempt to bite the corpse on the ground.
What the fuck?
What?
They're eating each other.
They'll hit.
They all
And-
have the munchies.
Brains.
Oh. One of her comrades comes back up.
Oh.
And will immediately attack you, Queek.
Does it still look pretty heavily damaged though?
Oh yeah, she's only she's barely there.
Oh, okay, good. I was
So
gonna
she
say if
attempts to-
there's some full HP shit going on, I'm gonna be
No,
frustrated.
there's not. No, there's not. Not unless you leave them alone for too long.
Alright.
She'll attempt to attack you. 9 versus your AC.
Miss.
She tries to nibble at your shin. You step out of the way just in time. The lady at the back. She'll quickly rummage and pull out a vial of holy water and attempt to throw it. And she misses completely. It lands next to her. Creates a 1-by-1 zone.
Can we see if she's wearing like some kind of holy symbol or something, since she's throwing around water?
She's wearing a holy symbol of this particular church. But,
I mean, is it
she,
like a deity we don't recognize, or?
It's one of the old deities. So this place undoubtedly worships some of the old gods.
The old gods.
Ancient
So-
horrors.
Ancient-
From below.
Trinkets and baubles as one of us shoves our fist up to like a zombie's ass to get some gold. You know where to find them.
Oh, dear lord. And she'll, take a 5-foot step back up onto the altar. She doesn't seem to say much, she's just looking very panicked. She's clearly stuck in the heat of the moment to speak. Beatrice. Beatrice.
Step lightly. Shift 1. And then
Another happy landing.
grappling strike the one below me.
Yep.
So I kind of drive the blade through its jawline, cutting upwards, and immediately grab onto its shoulder, kind of keeping its jaw shut. Action point,
Oof.
and activate probably one of my more favorite abilities of this build. Is the slamming rush, so I literally just start dragging him backwards. And as soon as I get to there, seeing how he's right there between, that's as far as I can get. Versus his fortitude.
That's
And-
definitely hitting.
And since I'm
And
right
definitely killing.
right next to the wall, as I'm dragging, I'll pull the rapier out, turn around, and slam his face into the wall as hard as I can while readying myself for the next one.
Nice.
Right here is a window, but as you smash smash his head into it, you notice some of the shards of glass rip through his skull and tear through his brain as he crumbles to ash out the window.
And that'll be all I do.
Queek. It's the
All
Bride of
right.
Frankenstein.
I guess I'll attack this guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You kill him. You flatten his chest cavity in, and it cracks inwards. Goes through his back as he flops to the floor and stops moving.
It's like that Mortal Kombat fatality. You just watch his ribs crack.
And then I will shift 1. And then that's it.
Uh-huh. Alright.
3.
Try.
Alright. 5 steps to here. And we're gonna unbalancing shot this one.
Oof. Ooh.
Oh my god.
So that's 42 damage?
I mean, it's not a crit.
Okay. Well,
32.
you lodge an arrow straight into his jawline, and it goes almost up and through his brain. You clearly pinned his tongue to the roof of his mouth. He is also slowed.
And I will find a reload action point, shoot this guy.
Alright. Do it. Do it.
Ah, damn it.
Sadly, not happening. Barely misses. The bolt goes whizzing past both of their shoulders.
I would like to move the zone 1, 2, 3 squares.
So here?
Yes.
Oh,
Alright.
but the guy here.
Can't see that guy there. That'd be unfair. That'd be cheating.
That's cheating.
Alright. That was a
I'm a
minor?
lightning bolt that guy. No, that
Here
was
we
my
go.
move action. Lightning
Alright.
bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Yeah.
You strike and electrocute the zombie as she goes flopping back down again.
And she takes the 4 damage.
Yep. She's looking very unsteady at this point.
And I think that's my full turn. And also I sustain the area with my minor, so yeah, that was a full turn.
Alright, the guy starts his turn in the zone and takes 4 damage. The other zombie gets torn to pieces in the wind. She flops over
Seems
and is
there's a
dragged.
Wendigo nearby.
Alright, this guy above you, Beatrice, will attack you.
Oh, that hits.
20 versus your AC.
Yep.
Alright, sorry. Gotta flick off Lady Sierra's.
Flick on,
Took-
flick off.
Alright.
The flicker. She got
Alright,
those
you'll
on.
take 5 damage,
Damn it!
and this will be versus your will. 13
See,
versus
he's
will.
trained in stealth too.
It bites into
Stealth.
your arm, but you manage to shake out the painful jitters.
Oh, stop biting me, you fuckers!
And this zombie will shamble forward. But as she steps into the zone of holy water, she'll begin to burn for 5 damage and hiss angrily.
They still have their emotions. Be careful.
No!
She shambles forward and she'll attempt to attack the lady.
Quick, we need internet trolls to hurt their feelings.
Ooh, she's hitting
Oh no.
for 7 damage.
She's infected. Kill her!
We have to.
Yeah, she's only heading for a D5. She must be infected.
Oh damn.
Sorry, no, hang on. There's just a couple of weird things going on, sorry. There we go.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, so she's pretty wounded then.
Yeah. One moment, I'm getting a phone call.
It's me.
Is it my turn yet? You called me for that? Fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
I am so fucking sleepy right now. I
Yeah.
can taste the lights.
I'm pretty tired too.
I can taste the tacos.
I was looking through other 4E builds while I was waiting for my turn again. Admiring some of my more retarded things.
So, Rosie, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you plan to get CA for your sneak attack, except for those two turns?
I mean, I have 2 turns off Seek Weakness, 1 attack off Concealed Weapon, then I also have a Feint that works against a single target for 2 turns, because, fun facts, I'm a changeling.
Oh, you finally tell us. Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
look at that
she
bonfire.
stays in human form all the time because she has no reason to change.
That's...
You
Anyway.
can't change me.
As the,
And then I have a daily CA thing that lasts for an encounter.
Damn, dude. What's that
Right.
one called?
The lady-
That's because I'm also a bard. But I'm not a bard, I have the Skull Zora.
Hmm.
My daily is the aura thing that makes everything in it grant CA.
Uh,
Oh, I remember
Right.
that shit.
Alright. Sorry about that. As the zombie bites into the lady, she shrieks out in pain as she tries to fight back by dousing this thing in holy water again, and kicking it with her heel. So she'll fail in that attempt, but she'll at least push it back 1 square. She, however, doesn't seem to be affected by the bite. You there! Over there! Yes, you, the one fighting the zombies! Please, rescue me!
Working on it.
as you like push a zombie off your arm with a
Yeah,
chunk of
she's
flesh
like-
in his mouth.
Yeah, she's really badly beat up. Beatrice.
Quick, come save you.
Creek to the rescue.
I think I forgot to take this zombie's next to you's turn, Queek.
Yeah, you did.
I'll just quickly do that. She's going to attempt to bite down on the male zombie nearby.
Oh no.
Male enhancement.
Sadly, she does not.
Male.
Oh my fucking god.
Jeez.
You people try me.
You try my patience. No, you
Oh,
die.
you will try.
Sadly, she does not get the good nibble. So,
She's
that
lacking
is-
Cialis
she's-
bite.
yeah, she's not getting him back up anytime soon.
He's just not into biting. It's just not doing it for him.
Oh my god.
Oh, immediately after seeing that she got a chunk ripped out of her, Beatrice is just gonna
Oh.
charge past this guy
Oh. Get back there.
around this, and then immediately try and grab onto this one and drive the rapier through it.
Yep.
And
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. As you, pierce through it. She,
grapple and mark that bitch.
it's getting close to dead. You can tell.
What
You
the hell are
notice
you
the pub-
doing in this place?
This is my temple, and I thought I'd be safe in here until these things attacked.
How the fuck are you alive?
I know the cure!
Good, it worked for them.
Well, I can't be expected to cure everybody when no one believed me.
We'll discuss it after.
Just push it into the holy water.
Cast
Sweet.
him in.
Cast it into the fire!
I will move back and then charge this nearest zombie.
Uh-huh.
14?
No,
Oh,
sadly.
damn it.
Off
Okay.
by 1. As you charge into this thing, you clip her side, but she just angrily shoves you back. Shirai.
Alright. Reload.
Mom has not moved once in this fight.
I mean, I've been using my move
Like-
action to move the AoE.
Right. Lightning.
Oh, did I just... Oh, I guess that button closed roll 20.
I'll shoot this guy again. Total fire, none. Damage, none.
Yep, you'll be hitting it.
Why is that one listed as unbalancing? Must have gotten
Maybe-
really lazy with my macros.
I think so, but no, you'll definitely hit. As it growls angrily, it's barely there. You can tell it's trembling beneath its own weight.
Somebody say meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meep meep.
I was thinking it's more like a kitty cat meow.
I will break my movement. I will move 2 squares forward. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Do it.
Lightning bolt. Oh no.
No.
I wasn't as a merm, that's why I've missed. But yeah, okay.
Well, she's pretty damn close to dead. I'll let you have another chance if you do it as goddamn mom.
I mean, it's fine. I did my attack roll. I'm just going to take an extra turn.
Alright. As you sustain, the zombie in the winds gets torn to shreds as well.
Hooray
and is
for murder.
incapacitated for the time being.
Alright.
Yep. Beatrice, you have a very snappy zombie on your hands as it turns around and attempts to chomp on you.
Enough of the biting, you fuckers!
17 versus your AC.
Miss.
Okay.
Summon
And-
the celestial camel.
Oh shit.
What?
So is Celestial Camel.
Do you want me to? I can.
No, we're good.
I thought for a second. Wait, did you have a magical item or something?
I would be
Just
amazed.
immediate interrupt summon camel. Alright,
Spits in the
the
enemy's
zombie
face.
in its last breath will attempt to chow down on the zombie next to it. And miss horribly.
It has no
And,
teeth left.
Target who willingly takes on
Like it left its dentures in the other zombie and it keeps trying to bite and it's like, oh, I can't pierce the skin.
The lady will will hop down off the altar and give this zombie a swift kick in the side.
She's pretty feisty for being on the verge of death.
Well, she's still got plenty of fight in her. She'll land the hit.
She knows Zomb Fu.
Some foo.
I know Kung Fu.
As she kicks it back into the holy water, it topples over. Unless you'd let go of it,
I would
Beatrice.
free reaction, let go if she's kicking it in.
Yep. Yeah. As she kicks it into the holy water, instead of turning to ash, it seems to light on fire and begins to burn horribly. And this screeches and wails of the damned as she slowly melts into this puddle of holy water.
I think he's dead, Captain.
She then clutches her bleeding arms. Beatrice.
Excuse me, I make sure the jobs are done. And I'm gonna go over to here and just find his head and quickly drive the blade through it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you turn this guy into ash.
Just see it flying through the tornado of wind, just right through the air.
You skewer it out of the sky. Just turns to ash and gets whipped up into the wind. Quick, finish her. Finish him.
I attack.
Yeah, you did it. You knock her down. And she stops moving and flops to the side. Alright. Sure I. It's the end of combat, so.
Can't we just hand wave the double tapping? It seems kind of pointless to do attack rolls for each one.
Alright. Well, you'll go through any
I'm
zombies
sure
that are
we'll
left.
be successful.
I'll knife this guy that we left by the ladder.
Yeah, you're dead totally. You do shank him in the head, and he looks like he was going to try and spring up and surprise you, but sadly, you had a knife and he didn't. So he's dead and turned to ash.
Knife, apply
This is
directly to
knife.
forehead.
The lady will attempt to duck herself up, but she's clearly coated in blood.
I'll go over and start tending to her wound.
She holds up a hand. I wouldn't do that. You're not vaccinated yet.
If anything, I should be more suspicious of you. You're the only one alive in a town full of undead.
I suppose I should explain myself then. My name is Lady Sierra Blackthorn, of the Blackthorn household lineage. I came from Berthton, but after seeing the standards there, I decided to move to this quiet town in Myerden. She adjusts her vestments. She's clearly some sort of priest. Personally, it's not to the gods' old standards that we have such things in Berthton. So, I found it distasteful and moved my craft here. But it seems that the town fell into an unfortunate accident. It's pretty late.
Yeah.
Huh? If it doesn't until it says. If it's late, I can stop. We can continue this.
Well, this is normal end time, and we're all tired.
Yeah. Alright, well, that
If
is
that's
that
fine.
then. Yeah.
I'm Lady Blackthorn. Dun dun dun. Fade to black.
Related to the famous Minotaur Black?
Oh!
No.
Audible.
I'm Lady Sierra Blackthorn. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drop.
God.
Let's close out with a fucking sitcom, I think. But yeah, that was the game.
That was pretty fun.
Can't wait to
I
find
really
out
hope
first.
it was, because I feel like I've just been boring every single one of you.
No.
Like, I feel like so far I've been pretty terrible as a GM.
No, they're like I especially like this part. The place is very dead, and I feel like there's some kind of backstory or mystery here.
Oh yeah. Silent Hill vibes. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's pretty
Every
cool.
night, I can feel my hand.
Oh no.
My hand!
Wait, where's my hand?
It's kind of funny, because I thought we were going to go into